Well, I hope all of you are ready. I asked you to make sure that you sit down or you're not driving or anything like that. The 49-year secret is about to be revealed. So I got a news flash for all agnostics and atheists out there. God exists. There's no scientific proof or quantification. But I happen to be a living miracle. Now, you're probably thinking, how arrogant. No, see, I'm about to tell you something that once it's revealed, I promise you, the acting world that I've been in, the television world that I've been a 11-and-a-half-year talk show host, well, they're going to want to actually discriminate against me. But I want to give them let them be forewarned. For the acting industry and the movie and television industry and talk show hosts, news anchors, other journalists, print media, any other media, I would not discriminate against Albert Torcaso if you were wise. For a couple of reasons. One, we have the Americans with Disabilities Act. And two, because I am Albert Torcaso. Now, I know you may think I'm being arrogant, but let me tell you a little something. Yeah, we're going to get to the secret. Believe me, we're going to get to the secret. But a little something. I've been in court in my life, helping people, being an advocate, what have you. I've gone to court 17 times in my life, and I've never lost a case. By the way, that's both civil and criminal. You see, the reason why I don't lose the case is I either have beyond reasonable doubt and have the evidence to prove it, or the preponderance of the evidence. And just so that you know, I have faced corporate attorneys, and I have won. Now, having said that, and it's not to toot my own horn, ladies and gentlemen, it's to let the media know that if you decide to discriminate against me and not hire me based on what I'm about to tell you, well, let's just say that your behind is going to be in bad shape legally. Because I never lost a case in 17 cases. But here we go. I said it was a miracle. I meant it. You see, I had a hole in my heart when I was born. It was discovered at the age of 2. I had what they call the blue episodes. And back in 66, I had a surgery that at the time, most of the children or anyone did not survive. As a matter of fact, I had I believe it was a cousin. It may have been a niece, but it was a cousin, I believe. She had the exact same thing I had. She died in the 70s at the age of 12 years old. What I had was so serious that probably out of 100 people that had it, at least 60 or 70 died. I'm 51 years old in this lifetime. I'm still here. Okay, you're probably thinking, well, that's great. Well, I also have had heart rates 3 times that. 3 times of a normal human being. It's called tachycardia or AFib. I had heartbeats up to 260 beats per minute. Actually happened to me on a movie set twice. In fact, I probably almost scared to death the people around the movie set. As a matter of fact, I pulled a game on, even though my heartbeat was going 260 and I should have been passed out, I never lost conscience. In fact, I was even cracking jokes when I should have been almost dead. No, I love life. See, I love life. I plan on living for another 50 to 100 or more years, if the Creator allows it. But there was this nasty nurse, because I had to go to Children's Hospital since I've been going there since 1966. So I was able to walk into the emergency room. And the nasty nurse, she was like, "What are you doing here? You're over 18. She was really a son of a you-know-what. So I taught her a lesson. She was feeling my pulse and she couldn't get it. Feeling my chest, she couldn't get it. Everywhere she tried, she couldn't get a heartbeat. And with the most serious face and as dry as I could, I said to her, and remember, she's already panicking. I said, "There's a perfectly good reason for that." She said, What? She was almost crying because she was so worried. She's like, what? I said, "Because I'm already dead." And she screamed, "Don't say that!" And she almost wet herself. She was so scared. I said, "Well, I won't say that. The next time you decide that somebody shouldn't be here, you might want to remember this case. If you promise me you will never be ignorant to another patient again, I won't say that." She's like, okay. But I want you to understand something, ladies and gentlemen, what I just told you. My heartbeat has gone up to 260. A lot of people don't survive that. Not only did I survive that, I went on to do 11 and a half years as a talk show host. I've been in more than 120 movies. And all of that I'm revealing these wild secrets that I didn't tell anybody. What is the purpose of this? It's this. The guy that's been asking you to get off your ass and do these businesses has a reason for doing it. I want your abundance. Now, I know a lot of you might want to discriminate against me and be like, "Oh, hell, man, I don't want to be with somebody that could die at any minute." Yeah, actually you do. See, because I have over 700 and some videos on YouTube. I have a body of work that really runs the gamut. So for the rest of your life and your child's life, whether I'm here or not, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get paid in ways you never expected. Oh, and by the way, I'm about to get hell from my sister Diane. But in April, I had another attack and I didn't even know. See, I was sleeping and my heart rate went about 240 beats per minute. Yeah, I could have been gone. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm still here. Now, I figure there's a reason for that. It's spiritual. It's God. So atheists can't quantify it. Agnostics, you're not sure. But the next time you question if there are real miracles, you don't have to look any further than this man right here, Albert Torcaso. And because I am a miracle, guess what? I feel an obligation to humanity. Why do you think I have Humanity Matters Live, Humanity Matters podcast? I feel an obligation to the Lord. I feel an obligation to the universe, just in case there isn't a God. Although there is, but we'll pretend that there ain't. Just for other people that don't want to admit it. Let's pretend there weren't. I feel an obligation to the universe to render useful service. I feel an obligation to you. So if I tell you to do 150 calls a day or 500 calls a day, it's because what you're going to get in the final analysis. You're going to get something from it. If I tell you to do these things, don't give me excuses. If I tell you to do these things, don't be running the other way. It's coming from a man who loves you, who wants the best for you, your family, and their grandchildren. And you have that opportunity. But frankly, you've been wasting it. So now that you know this shocking secret that I'm sure the media is going to try to use against me, I would say this to those who may think they're going to use it against me. I would say this. If I'm willing to take on a multi-millionaire attorney, a corporate mouthpiece, which is what some Italian people would call him, and win? And if I'm willing to call Congress a bunch of criminals on live TV, and I'm still here, and call for the imprisonment of 2 presidents because some of the laws that they've allowed to go on, become law in this country, and I'm still here? If I've done all that, media, acting world, or anybody else on the planet, I wouldn't be stupid enough to expect me to give up. I will not give up. You can't buy me off. You can't promise me $100 million if we settle out of court. Here's what you can do. When I come to your company to make my TV show national and international, here's what your best option is. Hire me. Because what are you going to get? You're going to make a whole lot of money. Because this sucker here, I'm here to save lives. Now, for those of you who don't buy this, thinks it's all talk, no action. If I were you, I'd start following what I suggest, doing what I ask. I'd start challenging me by calling me up. But I'd really start double timing it, as into how I set my priorities. Because guess what? With or without you, America, with or without you, I'm getting my gold mine. I'm claiming my abundance. I'm getting what is rightfully promised to me. So you can be with me and on my team, or you can continue working your slave job. Or you can work your slave job until you have achieved what I told you that you're capable of achieving. And then you can walk into that job and tell them where to go with it. It's your choice. You see, I'm going on the freedom train because there is a God, and I am living proof. So for those of you who don't have the common sense to deal with the reality of who I am and what I am, that's on you. And at least you think that my medical condition is the only thing that almost killed me. I have survived 3 vicious accidents. I have survived witnessing my biological father be killed right in front of my face at the age of 12 years old. And a whole lot more. I'm a survivor, and I demand my abundance. Now the only question is, do you want your abundance?